Online Crew, and welcome to today's live where I'm going to talk about how you can create epic content that converts. And the word epic is in capitals in the description because each one of those letters stand for something. So why I want to share this with you is because it's really simple. And I think sometimes we just need simple. Or if any of you in this industry actually have a team and you're trying to teach like team members what to do to get some traction and convert people from conversations on social media, this is a really simple concept that you can teach them. Okay, so not only is this for you, but it could be for anybody that you're working with in this industry as just a really simple concept to think about in relation to content creation and what you want to concentrate on. Now, I talk a lot about content. Who here, either live or catching the replay, was on my content creation bootcamp or 2 or 3 weeks ago? So those of you that caught that training, or you're in my coaching community, so you have that training available to you all the time, that really sets the scene for a 30-day plan, what you should concentrate on. So I've talked a lot about on content and what you should do. And if you access that training, or you've got continued access to that training, I would recommend that you obviously take all of that on board that I taught you a few weeks ago. This is a very simple concept, as I said, regarding how to think about content and simplifying what you should focus on your content. There's so many things that we could talk about regarding content creation. I just love the simplicity of the word epic. So I hope you've got a pen so you can write this down. And as I said, this is something that you could pass on to somebody that you work with in this industry regarding thinking of content creation. Because we know that people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So your job when you're putting out content on social media is to build on the know, like, and trust. And we want to get people that are cold to hot. So what I mean by that is you can mingle with a lot of people on social media. You can meet strangers that become best friends. A lot of my team members in my network marketing business, I've never met in person, but they're really, really cool friends. So you can meet amazing people on social media. I build my team 100% online. I do not have, get this, and I'm not saying this is the right way to go, but I don't have any friends or family in my network marketing business. Now, when I say friends and family, everyone's my friends in my team, and I've made really good friends. But people that started with me, that were my, long-term friends that have been around forever, those friends that you've had for 20 years, and family. I did have family in my previous network marketing business, but it's just now I build 100% online. So it's possible, but we've got to get people to know, like, and trust us. Those of you that know me well, that have hung around me for a while, do you think you can trust me? Do you like me? The know, like, and trust is what people will, gravitate to when you recommend a product, or, to have a look at joining, you and your business. So we really need to concentrate on growing the know, like, and trust. So I've got a little strategy for you with this word epic. So I hope you've got a pen and you can just write this down because it's really simple and I love it. Okay. So who's here with me live? If you're here with me live or catching the replay later, just say hello so I can give you a shout out. We've got Facebook and my group and YouTube happening here. We've got Instagram happening over here. So how are you guys? Good to see you. Good to see you on. Please say hello. We've got on Facebook, we've got Cherie, we've got Christina, we've got Faye, we've got Mike. How are you? I was on the training. Awesome, Cherie. Hello, Teresa. How are you? Hope you're feeling better. Hi, Tony. Great to see you here. We've got Debbie. We've got a Facebook user. We've got Laurie. How's everybody day gone? Laurie's asking everybody. Absolutely. I trust you, Faye. Thank you, Faye. Yes, we know, like, and trust you. Thank you, Cherie. Hello, Joanne. Good to see you on live. If I haven't met any of you, my name's Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain, and this is just a bit of fun for our online crew community here of home-based business owners, direct sellers, entrepreneurs, social sellers, etc. And you want to leverage the internet to build your business, but you want to do it in a way where you're a human before a marketer. That's what's really important to me, is building my business with integrity and being genuine and authentic, and not being spam in any way. It's just not my thing. I don't like it. It's not how I build my business. So if that's important to you, then you're in the right place. So let's have a look at the word epic and write down each letter: E, P, I, C. And when you look at that word, epic, think of the know, like, trust, convert. Okay, this is what we're doing here. We're building up the know, like, and trust. And you have the absolute ability to do that successfully through social media, but you've got to earn it. It doesn't just come. There's things that you need to do. There's content that you need to put out there that builds the know, E, the like, P, I'll get my letters right in a minute, the trust, the I, so you can convert. Okay, we're putting out content there, convert. So you're following along so far? So let's go through E, P, I, C. E is when you're building up the know. So this is where you want to educate people. This is the levels of content that you want to think about. So the E is where you're educating people, you're entertaining people, and you're bringing in some emotion into your content so they can connect with you as a human being. Got it? So you're educating people, you're entertaining people. You do things like I did yesterday and turned up live at the completely wrong spot, and I didn't know, but my coaching community members know, and they were watching me doing it, waiting for me to realize, and then took a whole lot of photos of me when I've gone, oh. Who cares? It was funny. I think it was hilarious that I did that. Never done that before. But so we're giving out educational, we're giving out valuable information. You're entertaining people, you're making people smile, you're making people feel good, and you're also bringing in some emotion into your content. So remember, this is creating epic content that converts. So education, entertainment, and also emotion. You've got to have emotion in your content for people to connect with you as a human being. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts? What's important to you? So bringing in that emotion into your content. That's our first layer, where we're just getting people to know us. Make sense? In our first level, that's the know. So when you educate people and you give them some valuable information, they're getting to know what it is that you can help them with. They're getting to know what it is that you do. They're getting to know what your passions are. Okay, if you don't share that kind of information at the first level, how are you letting people get to know you? Do you know how many profiles I look at that is 100% shared content? I've got no idea who that person is or what they're about. When it's high amount of shared content, I can't get to know the person. So your first layer of know, like, and trust is letting people get to know you. So that's got to be the educational content. We want to make people smile. So, entertaining people along the way. It doesn't mean you need to be like a funny type person, but, just entertaining people in some way. I love seeing your content, that kind of stuff. And then bringing some emotion into it in the way that you write the content that you put out, so people can connect with you as a human being. So this is where people get to know us. Okay, let's go to the P. So now we're moving from people getting to know us to people getting to like you. Now, how you get people to like you is through your personal posts. You can't miss this step. There is too much content out there on social media that's copied. So if you've got even your company puts out templates for you, here, put this out this week, put that out that next week. Facebook knows. If you I put out information in my coaching community, here's a content creation idea and an engagement post every single week. There's over 90 of them. 90 weeks in a row, I can give you an engagement post and a content creation idea. It's already all stored in my coaching community. I give you that information. Do I recommend you copy it 100%? No, I don't. Do I recommend you use it as a guide to get better at writing and sharing? Absolutely. But you will get more traction with people getting to like you, not only know you, but like you, when you find your own voice and you put your own personal content out there and you put your own thoughts and your own experiences and your own spin on things. Find your own voice so people can work out if they like you or not. And if they don't, who cares? It's impossible to have 100% of the population like you. There's people that, like me that won't like you, and there's people that will like you that won't like me. It's just life. Not everybody gels with everybody, and that's completely okay. But if you want people to get to like you, you've got to share more of you. Are you doing enough of that? I would question on social media. It's not easy because it means you have to be vulnerable and you have to be really authentic. But I tell you, when you go there, it's much more meaningful and you'll get much more human connection from it. Okay? So we've got our E, we've got our know, people getting to know you. We've got our P, so that's all the personal stuff. So when you're thinking about content, what should I post? What should I post? And you're thinking, I need to get more people to know, like, and trust me so they'll buy from me. These are the things that you want to be thinking about. Okay, this is a very simplified way to look at it. So the P is personal posts. Okay, the I, this is the trust. This is where you inspire people. This is where you influence people. This is where you get that deeper connection. So not only people to know who you are, not only do they know who you are and they like who you are, now they trust you. People will trust you when you inspire them and when you you start to influence them in a way. You're showing them that you're showing up no matter what. You're consistent. That's inspiring to people. That will influence people. So we've got to get to a deeper layer in, sharing those positive messages and those inspirational messages and the things that people need to hear all the time. Too many people worry about what other people think about them, particularly in this industry. So it stops them from putting real, genuine, inspiring content out there. But you've got to do it on a consistent basis to inspire people. You've got to send the same message and, uplifting messages. And, the way you start to influence people is through that consistency of inspiring people and sharing, educational content on a continual basis, sharing entertaining content or emotional content, personal content, like an ongoing basis. Okay, so for people to get to trust you, they have to be inspired by you to some degree. So let me ask you, how are you inspiring people? If I looked at your personal profile right now, would I think, oh, they're so inspiring? They never cease to amaze me. I love their outlook. I trust that person because they're sharing the good, bad, and the ugly. I trust that person because they're showing that they're showing up every week. Not just going on I'm really good on social media for 2 weeks and then I'm crap for 4. It's like the consistency. So if you want to really build the trust, you've got to inspire people to some degree. Maybe you've suffered with something, and don't get the wrong impression here. You don't have to be successful to inspire people. And you don't have to have a lot of money in your bank account to inspire people. A lot of the leaders in this industry started from nothing. But they inspired other people to come on the journey with them, who inspired other people to come on the journey with them. And that's how you build a team. So don't think you need to be successful or you need to have a lot of money in your bank account to be inspiring and uplifting to other people. But how you share that on social media is up to you. Okay, so we've got our E, we've got our P, we've got our I, and then the C is where we're converting. Okay, but how do we convert? You've got to create conversations. Your content needs to create conversations to be able to convert. This is so critical with your content. So not only the first layer, the know, like, okay, how do I get people to know what it is I do? How do I get people to know who I am? How do I get people to know, just quirks in my personality? How do I get people to know me? That's the first layer. How do I get people to like me? That you've got to find your own voice. And you'll find the people that vibe with you, and you'll lose the people that don't vibe with you, and that's completely okay. And next layer is, inspiring people and influencing people to some degree. And that's really where you get the trust, that starts to build there. So then you can see what we're doing with Epic. We're converting at C. But how do we convert? In our content, we create conversations. How are you creating conversations? Are you putting out stories with a poll or a question that encourages somebody to respond and you can start a conversation? Are you putting out an engagement post once a week that somebody can respond to, and then you can get in your messenger and say, thanks so much for your comment. It's so good to hear from you. I haven't spoken to you for like a year. What's going on in your world? Open the door for conversations so you can convert. If you've got one-way content going out there and it's all shared content, or it's just, quotes, inspirational quotes with no thought or description up the top, or, there's nothing to spark a conversation, you're not going to convert. If you're not having conversations on social media and putting content out there that sparks conversations, good luck with your conversions. Conversions can only come when you start a conversation. So learning to write curiosity posts. If you're in my coaching community yesterday, when I eventually turned up where I was meant to turn up on Zoom, I reviewed a whole lot of your curiosity posts and gave you feedback on the flow and the wording and all the rest of it. That's what you want to get good at, to start conversations, because conversations is the only thing that's going to lead to the conversion. So you can see how simple this concept is, how to create epic content that converts. EPIC. You follow that, you train that to somebody that's new. It's like, I don't even know where to start with my content. Okay, so our goal here on social media is to get people to know, like, and trust us so we can convert somebody from potentially a stranger in the first place to a sale, either to a customer or a teammate, something like that. But there's a process in how you do that. So to get people to know you, you need that kind of content that I mentioned. To get people to like you, you've got to share more of you. If you're doing all the other things, but you're not sharing personal, original content, then it's not, how do people get to know you as a person? You need to probably share more about you and let people in. Open that door. Is it scary sometimes? Yes. Because you're opening yourself up to potentially criticism. And I love a video I came across accidentally on Instagram yesterday by Jessie Lee. Some of you might know her. She's a number one recruiter in a company, not my company, a different company. And she's out there. So she's like, she's that kind of personality. And she turns off a lot of people. And there's a lot of people that love her. And she's very, very, very successful. Now, her message to a lot of people is, why the hell are you worried about what people think about you? Like, she's just her. And she turns a lot of people off. But those people that she turns a lot of people off because of her personality, and she's so full on, help her build her brand. They talk about her. It builds the algorithm. They share her content and say mean things about her. And it builds her brand every time they do that. And she said, people are only talking about people that are making a change in the world. And people often talk about people, behind their backs or, on social media because they're jealous. People are jealous of people that succeed, and it makes them feel better to put them down. So, you just can't worry about that kind of stuff on social media, because you never know where people are coming from, their motivation. Somebody might, if you're caring way too much about what other people think, you're letting them win and you're not going after what you want. And who cares at the end of the day? Because if people are talking about you because they don't like what you're doing, then you're actually doing something right. When you're actually pissing people off or getting a reaction from somebody, you're actually making an impact, because people don't talk about people that are not making an impact. Make sense? So if you need to simplify what it is that you need to do with your content and you get overwhelmed with content on social media, again, those of you that did the content creation bootcamp with me 2 or 3 weeks ago, I hope you got lots of value about that and you've got a content creation plan for yourself. Those in the coaching community, you've got access to that on the members website. So you've got that. But those of you that don't, remember this is a simple principle to follow by. Epic content that converts. EPIC. With everyone. I'm not going to explain it again because I've already been through it on this live, but just remember those principles of what's important to get at every level people to know, like, and trust you, so then you can convert. You can't convert unless you've got the know, like, and trust. And we build that know, like, and trust by the layers of content that we put out there on our social media. Okay. Does that help as a simple concept for you and anybody else that you work with, just to simplify, maybe, having a thought about what you should put out there? If you've got no personal content out there, then that should be where you start. But have a look at the layers and see where you need to pull yourself up with your content. That's just a really good starting point. Okay. Any thoughts, comments? Hi Beth, hi Karina, great to see you here. Hello Elise, how you doing? Good to see you on. We've got Melinda as well. Epic, awesome Helen, I love this simple message. No worries Teresa, good to see you on. Yes, from Elise. So thank you. One person got value out of what I shared today. Thank you, Elise. I really appreciate that. No, I'm only pulling your leg. I really hope this, as a simple concept for you or anyone else that you work with, is something that you can just remember. Sometimes acronyms are really good for that. It's like EPIC. Oh, what did Helen say about EPIC? Oh, I knew it was something about building the know, the like, the trust, so you can convert. And what did that mean? Just follow the letters. Epic is educational and it's entertaining and it's an emotional. P is for the personal. I is for inspiring and, empowering and influencing people so you can have a conversation. If none of your content opens the door for a conversation, you might have the EPI, but there's no C happening. There's no conversion happening because you're not having a conversation with anybody. So there's no point being amazing with EPI and you can't convert anybody that you're talking to or networking with on, social media, because you're not having the conversation. So that's a huge part of the conversion, is to open the door for the conversation. Okay. Oh man, Laurie says, I have so many ideas running through my head. Some maybe get me in trouble. Ooh, where are you going with that? How well do you want people to know, like, and trust you, Laurie? I'm a bit worried. People haven't really seen me yet. Very interesting. I love that, actually. I can see Laurie's brain ticking over from here. I always get value from you. Thank you, Elisa. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for leaving that beautiful comment. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Simple strategy, but very easy to follow, very easy to remember when you're stuck with content. Just go back to, okay, what did Helen say about EPIC? Write it down, try to memorize it, or save this video. You just click the 3 dots and you click 3 dots and you save. Just so you can come back to this kind of concept, okay? And I do encourage those of you with any kind of team at all that are like, I have no idea what to post, and they can't go through the hours of training that I went through in the Content Creation Bootcamp. You could simply say to them, I've got a really simple strategy that a mentor of mine shared with me. It's called EPIC. This is what it means. One of the key things we need to do is build the know, like, and trust factor. Every letter builds on that. And these are the things you need to concentrate at each level. So that's a great starting point. How simple is that? So that's now available to you. You have that information and you can share it. Oh, look, and Cherie's even summarized it for you. E is building the know, like, and trust through education, emotion, and entertainment. P, like you through personal posts, sharing personal life. I, trust here, inspire, influence, deeper connection. C, converting with creating conversation. Mwah! Beautiful, Cherie. You've summed that up perfectly. Candace, so much value. Joanne, people still need to see more of me. I bet most of you people need to see more of you, even myself. You know, we've all got walls up to some degree. No worries, Tony. I'm glad it was beneficial. Good morning, Bev. Great to see you here. And you're welcome, Joanne. So this is the last live of my week, and I look forward to coming back with you, you know, next week for great content. It's Friday here for me in Australia. I know it'll be Thursday for a lot of you, but have an amazing weekend. Make sure you take some downtime, recharge the batteries, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys next week. Okay, bye-bye.